So excited to get you this weekly women's business breakthrough on how to land stages. This week's training is all about the 3 hot hacks to land stages. There's never been a better time to land stages. There's no better way to get your message out than claiming the stage, your own stage and other people's stages. And landing stages and landing other people's stages is such an incredible way to get your message in front of the right audience. A stage can be a virtual stage, a podcast, a Facebook Live video, just like I'm doing here. A stage can also be a live stage. Like I just, in the last year, have keynoted at Microsoft Women Headquarters, Microsoft Headquarters for a women's conference. Over 1,200 women in tech were there. I've gotten a chance to get on stage at Google headquarters. I've gotten a chance to get on stage at several women's conferences. I'm about to go get on stage at an eWomen group. So there's all kinds of groups that are already gathered who are looking for outside speakers. And you may just be the very best person for that stage. So let's talk a little bit about how you actually land that stage, what that looks like. What do you need to do? How do you make it a win-win for the event organizer? And how do you reach out to that event organizer? What do you say to get their attention, especially when you're just starting out? So let me know your questions below. I'm going to be answering them today. And let's start getting to know each other. Let's start actually diving into this conversation together and seeing who else is here for this conversation, because there may be a woman here who has a stage and you guys may be able to interview each other on Facebook Live. You guys may be able to interview each other on your podcasts or put each other on your stages if you do events. So let us know below. When you're in the Women Rocking Business Sisterhood, that's a great place to step in and step up and collaborate with each other. Be more generous than maybe you're used to being. The more generous you are with others, the more generous they're going to be with you. When you remember to ask. So here's the thing about approaching people with stages. Most of us are nervous to do it. I, for years, have dreamt of being in some form of visibility with the one and the only Reverend Michael Beckwith. Many of you saw that I posted a video last week that I was able to interview Reverend Michael Beckwith. And he's somebody who I've looked up to for years. I mean, Reverend Michael Beckwith got me through my divorce, 10 years ago when I was going through the most painful time of my life. Listening to him gave me hope. And I never in a million years thought that I would get to spend 10 minutes face-to-face with him. But that opportunity opened up. And the way that opportunity opened up was, I'm trying to find the words. It's so vulnerable. The way that opportunity opened up was me being so brave. And so I invite you guys to be brave yourselves. I knew I was about ready to speak at an event with Reverend Michael, and I was at his service in LA. He was about to go on stage. And I got a chance to meet him. And right then I was able to say the door opened. And here's the thing, the door is going to open for you guys. You're going to meet event coordinators. You're going to go to a networking group in your area and realize, oh my gosh, I should introduce myself to the organizer of the networking group. Hint, hint, organizers of networking groups are great people to approach. It's not always comfortable. It's not always going to feel easy. But you're going to hopefully do it anyway, wink, wink, now that you've watched this training and now that you've seen that I'm doing this right alongside you, putting out my hand, shaking Reverend Michael Beckwith's hand, saying, hey, I'm going to be speaking at an event with you next week in Santa Cruz. I had a chance to meet him. The door opened. The door is going to open for you guys. There's the planning that we do to land stages. And then there's the opportunities that come where it's the universe opens up this little portal and we have to walk through it. even though we might get short of breath, even though we might think to ourselves, who do I think I am? What gives me the right to reach out to this person? I'm going to encourage you to do it anyway. And then I want to talk a little bit more about how to make all this happen. But I'll never forget that moment when I was able to look in Reverend Michael's eyes and say, hey, I'm working with tens of thousands of women entrepreneurs. Could I have 10 minutes of your time? Because they would love a message from you. And he said, absolutely. If we can make that happen, I'd love to. I'll see you next week in Santa Cruz and we'll see if we can make it happen. He didn't even give me a yes. Of course, he can't give me a yes. He's not sure what the schedule is. He's not sure how it's all going to flow. I was in between two events of my own. I had 100 people, over 100 women flying out to California for my own event. But what did I do? I hired my videographer anyway. I showed up at the venue an hour and a half early anyway. It was a dream to get to be on stage alongside Reverend Michael Beckwith. Did it happen? Not when I thought it was going to. I was planning on getting 10 minutes before the event took place. That didn't happen. I waited until after the event was over, right? Like I put myself out on a little skinny branch. The reason I'm telling you this is because it's not going to feel like the obvious next step when you make these kinds of ninja moves in your business. You're going to be willing to put yourself out on a little branch and say, hey, could you give me 10 minutes, right? And I waited. I was hoping the interview would happen 10 minutes before the event. The event of the night was like a 7 to 10 p.m. event. And I showed up with my videographer, still not knowing if it would happen. I lugged chairs and furniture across the spiritual center, thinking that it might happen. I sat there for 2.5 hours. And, of course, I was part of the event. I had my little moment on stage at the event. It was fantastic. I got to tell my story and share my story. And I let Reverend Michael know if there's any way we could carve in 10 minutes after the event was over, right? It didn't happen before the event started. After the event was over, we made it happen at 10 o'clock at night. I want to think of a time when you might have made a decision like this isn't going to happen for me, or this isn't going to work, or I don't know if I have the energy for this, right? And can you get to the front side of that? Because we in our minds have every excuse to say, I don't have time for this, or this person's not going to give me their attention, or is it really worth it for me to ask them for an interview when they're so busy? Or is it really early? Is it really worth it for me to show up early and see if I can shake their hand, over the lunch hour? It's worth it. Trust me when I say it's worth it. There's so many people out there with stages that need outside speakers. There's so many people out there with stages that need your message. There's never been a better time to be a woman speaker. I think what's exciting is that more and more, there's more stages out there, and live stages are never going to go away. Live stages are never going to go away. At a time when the internet is loud and crowded, the opportunity to give on a live stage is going to propel your business forward probably 10x at least what you could do on any virtual stage. So is it worth it to reach out to event organizers? Abso-frickin-lutely. So the first hack that I have for you to reach out to event organizers is, drum roll please, and my team is just texting me here and letting me know that I'm a little blurry. Am I blurry? Can you guys see me okay? Hold on, I'm gonna fix this. Is that better? Is that better, you guys? A little bit. Oh, I love you guys. Don't you love that this is actually live and this is actually happening and that we can be imperfect together? Okay, cool. I think that's a little better. Oh, yep. My team says good. Okay. So let me know if you guys can see me okay. Hot hack for landing stages. Number 1 is to consider the win-win. Here's the people. Here's the people. Here's the thing. People aren't going to have you on their stage just because you're cute or because you asked. They're going to have you on their stage because you actually bring something that they need. it's business. We're in business to reach more people, to make more money, to be more strategic. So let's get strategic right now and think about what makes you the perfect fit for some of these stages. The first reason an event organizer would want you on their stage is because you bring a piece of content to their audience that they wouldn't be able to bring without you. I want to share two more strategies to think about how to land these stages. So either you're bringing a complimentary service for their audience, or perhaps you can help them fill the room. Local events are a great opportunity for you. You're a business owner. You know how it works. When there's a local event happening and the event coordinator's hoping to get a few more people to their event, if you're local and you have a local network of friends and colleagues, you have a Facebook group that's full of a lot of local people, or you have just a personal page that's full of a lot of local people. Any local event that's happening in your immediate area is a great opportunity for you to raise your hand and say, hey, do you need another speaker to cover such and such topic? I'd love to help you get the word out about this event. I've got a great local audience and I'd love to tell them the event's going on. That would be an absolute incentive for a lot of event coordinators to give you some stage time in exchange for you helping them fill the event, right? Offer to help them fill the room. The last reason why an event coordinator might love to have you on their stage is because you bring money to the table. You're going to make an offer and give the event coordinator a percentage of anything that you earn on stage. It's as simple as that. People who are organizing events, they either want three things. They'd love to make some money off of something that you sell. They'd love to have you help fill the room, or they'd love to have you bring something that they can't necessarily bring to your audience. Some of them just love to collaborate, but those are the top reasons that I know of. So knowing that, who can you reach out to this week? Who could you put yourself in front of that could help you grow your business? Because now you get to get in front of the right people for your message. Let's talk a little bit about what it means to build your own stage to build credibility. Because in addition to these hot hacks of knowing how to approach an event coordinator, the single most effective thing that I know you can do to start standing out as a speaker, aside from drinking out of a really cool Wonder Woman mug when you're on Facebook Live and Instagram, is you can, check this out, build your own stage. When you build your own stage, can you feel how valuable this is? When people see you building your own stage, doing your own talks, promoting your own events, you're going to stand out more than anybody else, because now you have a stage. And when you have a stage, you can do stage swaps. It's very, very powerful. When you have your own stage, people are coming to hear you speak. They're not coming for something else and you're just an add-on speaker. They're coming for you. And some of you might be saying, but Sage, I'm like so not ready to build my own stage. And my answer to you is, you may be more ready than you think. This is not about putting 100 people in the room. This is about starting in the same way that I started, in the same way that Neil Donald Walsh started. We both started, me and Neil. I love him, by the way. I got to interview him once. He's amazing. We both started speaking at local community centers. Literally, Neil would speak at the local community center. I used to do the same thing. 2 people would come, 4 people would come, 8 people would come, and I would offer a complimentary consultation. I'd offer people to get on the phone with me and find out more about my services. Do you think that those phone calls resulted in more people saying yes once they heard me on stage? Abso-freaking-lutely, right? Because a conversation that you have with somebody who's seen you on stage is totally different than a conversation that you have with somebody who you just met at a party or at a networking event, because there's no positioning, there's no credibility. So it doesn't actually matter how many people show up. Are you picking up what I'm laying down? What matters is that you're willing to stand up and teach them something and let them know that there's more where that came from. Okay. So building your own stage, whether it's at your local community center or at a local day spa or at a local bookstore or in your living room, is one of the hottest ways to land other people's stages, because people are going to see you being visible. You can take pictures of yourself on stage. You can make video. You can get little videos of people sharing on camera what it was like to be in your room, what it was like to learn from you. These are all marketing materials that you can use. Super hot, super, super hot. And by the way, when you partner with venues like bookstores, when you partner with venues like day spas, community centers, healing offices, therapists' offices, chiropractors' offices, when you partner with these kinds of venues, they usually have a database. They can help you get the word out, and you can help get the word out as well. In fact, when I approached my local chiropractor to see if I could do a training in his waiting room, I offered to also get the word out about his chiropractic services by giving everybody who attended a discount coupon for his services. So we grew his practice and I enrolled clients all at the same time. Super hot hack. Last tip to make sure that you have hacks to land on stages is that when you're reaching out to somebody with a stage, and of course, if you have your own stage, you can always trade 10 minutes of stage time on your stage for 10 minutes of stage time on their stage. That's super hot. And when you reach out to get their attention, here's how you reach out to them: by every means possible. Call them if you can get their phone number, email them, send them a Facebook message, and super hot tip, make them a video. I did this for my friend JJ Virgin when I wanted to speak on her Mindshare stage. I just opened up my little camera on my iPhone and I put it on selfie mode and I said, "Hi, JJ Virgin. I'm so proud to know you. Your Mindshare event is off the hook amazing. I've heard absolutely incredible things about it. What do you think about me coming and teaching your Mindshare participants how to grow their tribes online?" And then I let her know. We have a Facebook group of almost 25,000 women, and I've done 7-figure launches by building tribe and community in the digital world. I'd love to teach your participants some of these awesome tools as well. What do you think? I'd love to hear from you. And I'm happy to help you get the word out about Mindshare and anything else that you might be doing. Boom. What did I do? I made her a video. I sent it to her. I told her why I thought she was amazing. I asked to serve her people. I let her know to please get back to me. I'd love to hear and to brainstorm ways we could win-win, create win-wins for each other. And she said yes. And I've gotten a chance to speak at Mindshare for the last couple of years. Simple, easy, very intimate, right? Sending somebody a video by email, or if you can get their phone number, sending someone a video is much more intimate than an email. So how do you get in front of these event organizers? You might have been asking before you stumbled upon this amazing video training, right? The answer is by every means possible. And in order to raise your energy before you make these scary phone calls or make these videos that might make you a little bit uncomfortable, you might do something really sophisticated like buy yourself a fairy tale microphone. This is a Moana microphone. Moana is my absolute shero. She reminds me to be brave and courageous, even when there's metaphorical, big, dark tidal waves about to crash over my head. And when I don't feel like making a video, I literally do this. I am Moana of Matanui. It calls me, and no one knows how far it goes, right? Whatever you need to do to raise your energy, get out there, consider the win-wins, reach out to people, and be brave. I highly recommend you do. Be as silly as you need to be. Be authentic. That's what the world wants these days, right? So let me know, what's your next step? Who do you want to reach out to? Who do you want to collaborate with? So some of you have been asking if I'm going to do another visibility video contest. The answer is yes. We will be doing it the first official week of January 2020. Mark your calendars. We're doing a 5-day training on how to rock your talk. So keep letting me know what questions you have about rocking your talk and getting out there and rocking the stage and hosting your own events and using speaking and events to grow your business. Keep letting me know what would serve you the most in terms of putting that training together. Save the dates for the first week of January for that 5-day video training and the visibility video contest with $22,000 worth of prizes. Business training here at Women Rocking Business that includes private coaching, coaching with me, live retreats and events in California and Hawaii. So excited to support the one of you who wins that $22,000 prize. So stay tuned. The visibility video contest is soon to be launched, and the Rock Your Talk 5-day video training is coming your way. Absolutely consider committing to a bold action step today to move your business forward, that one next step, by reaching out to somebody, seeing who you can collaborate with, reaching out to an event organizer, and just asking if they accept outside speakers. Do you accept outside speakers? I have an amazing training that I do on XYZ topic. I love supporting you. Your clients are waiting for you. They're not just waiting for someone like you. They're actually waiting for you. Go buy your Moana microphone and let's take over the world. Mwah. Love you, beautiful, beautiful beings.